Lots of the time we pronounce a lot of words with the very. Well, I would like to ask you one question, that why do we pronounce lots of the words with the very? Well, I would like to give you a particular answer for these questions. Well, according to my perspective, whenever we sound like very, we don't have that much vocabulary in our minds. So that's why I bring to you this lesson. I bring to you lots of the words which starts with the very, and I'm gonna tell you the correct word with very. So now let's get started the class without further ado. So the first word, as you can see at the top, very exciting. Very exciting. Whenever we so excited, whenever we are going to do something which is gonna so exciting, we have to pronounce like very exciting. All right, so don't ever say very exciting, just try to say exhilarating. 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 Please concentrate on the pronunciation of this word. Very exciting is exhilarating. For example, my first skydiving was like an exhilarating experience. Yes, my first skydiving was like a exhilarating experience. So whenever something is so exciting, something which makes you so exciting, you can use this word exhilarating. Exhilarating. Now we're gonna move to the next word, very cheap. Very cheap. Well, this word is so interesting, because whenever we understand the value of money, we definitely sounds like very cheap, because we would definitely understand that what's the value of money actually, right? So very cheap means a person who is not so much extravagant. He always thinks twicely whenever he or she is going to buy something. Right? So very cheap would replace with stingy. Stingy. For example, I got this shoes, I got this shirt at stingy price, which means I got this shoes, this shirt at very lower price, at the knockdown price. So whenever you have to sound like a very cheap, replace this word very cheap with the stingy. Stingy. You can make lots of the sentence. All right. Now moving to the next word, which is called very thin. Very thin. It would be replaced gaunt. Gaunt. All right. So whenever you see a person who's very thin, you have to sound like, hey, you are so thin, you are so gaunt, she is so gaunt. All right, she doesn't eat too much, that's why she is so gaunt. So this is how you have to use this word, gaunt. Now moving to the next word, which is called very upset. Well, upset, as you can understand that, what do I mean? It means a person who is getting upset news, or he or she is so upset. So don't ever say very upset, just try to use distraught. Distraught. For example, he's so distraught getting less mark in the examination. All right, his whole family is so distraught. His whole family is so distraught. Maybe some reason, maybe due to some reason, that's why his family is so distraught. Now moving to the next word, very smelly. Well, this is quite interesting. Whenever we see a person who's very smelly, we have to sound like, hey, you are so smelly. Hey, you just need to take a shower. All right, you are so smelly. So don't ever sound like a very smelly. You have to say very smelly would be pronounced as pungent. Pungent. All right, it's not pungent, it's pungent. All right, pungent, just pungent. Yeah, for example, hey, there's a pungent smell is coming out of your body. You just need to take a shower. There's a pungent smell is coming out of your room. There's a pungent smell is coming out of your shoes. So this is how you have to use this word, pungent. All right, yeah. So moving to the next word, very silent. Very silent. Well, you have to concentrate on the pronunciation, which I'm gonna tell you. You have to replace very silent with tranquil. 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 Yes, so a person who doesn't talk too much, so you can just say to him, hey, you are so silent. Whenever I just talk to that person, he just behaves like tranquil, tranquil. Yes, now moving to the next word, which is called very cute. Well, this is very interesting. Most of the time we just use very cute with a little baby or a person who's so cute. So just try to use this very cute with fetching. Fetching, don't ever say fetching. Not, it's not fetching, t is silent here, so fetching, fetching, that baby is so fetching. Yeah, you are so fetching. A person who's watching my video is so fetching. So this is how you have to use this word, very cute, fetching. Now moving to the next word, very bad. So something that happens very bad, so you have to use very bad with atrocious. All right, yesterday an incident happened with me. It was very atrocious for me because I haven't ever faced that kind of incident in my life. Now we're going to look at another word which starts with the very empty. Very empty. Very empty means desolate. You have to replace very empty with desolate. Well, it's not desolate, it's desolate. For example, I felt so desolate when my best friend moved away to another country. When you just feel desolate, you have to tell me in the comment section. Now moving to the next word, which is called very neat. Very neat. So something that you see very neat and clean, you have to use very neat with immaculate. Yeah, immaculate. For example, your room so immaculate. Your room so immaculate. Hey, she's so immaculate. Our India is so immaculate. So this is how you have to use very neat. You have to replace very neat with immaculate. Immaculate. Now we're going to look at another word which is very sleepy. Very sleepy. Very sleepy would be replaced lethargic with lethargic. Lethargic. For example, working straight 10 hours made me so lethargic. Working 10 hours made me so lethargic. So this is how you have to use very sleepy. You know, you can also say when you feel so sleepy, you can say, hey, I'm feeling so lethargic. I just need to take a nap. I just need to take a nap. Now, the last word with the very that we have in the list is very tasty. Very tasty. It would be replaced with appetizing. Appetizing. Well, it's very interesting, very useful. Very tasty means appetizing. For example, I can do everything with a very appetizing meal. With very appetizing meal. All right. I would like to have appetizing meal. It means I am in the habit of having very tasty food. So this is how, guys, you have to use these all words with very, and I hope you will be using these all words and you will sound like a more fascinating